Well, they can expect to have a lot of fun, number one. They can expect to be engaged with the performers because we work hard to please our audiences, and a lot of that involves audience participation. We do our best to give them what they came there for, which is a good time, good music, good clean music, something that they can talk about for days.
No, that's good.
Papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash.
What is it about the Coasters? I mean, this group has been around since the 1950s.
Well, first of all, my Cornel Gunter was my cousin. He was one of the original coasters. They were titled the Clown Prince of Rock and Roll.
Don't talk back.
Just finish cleaning up your room.
That was because they did fun things on the stage. They did things to get the people involved in the show. They made you laugh. They made you sing along. They even had a few somber moments in there, but not too somber. They delivered a performance that was safe for the entire family, from toddler to granny or grandpa. You know, you didn't have to worry about any profanity or any of that stuff. It was a family-oriented show.
And speaking of family, you actually grew up on a farm, and where I live here in Sioux City, I grew up on a farm as well. It's kind of a rural area of the country.
Yes, I did, Lawrence County, Georgia. Although I finished high school in Johnson County, Wrightsville, Georgia. My hometown, which is where I am now, is actually Dublin, Georgia. I was born and raised on a farm, the Jackson Farm, in a community area called Buckeye.
And what kind of crops did you raise on your farm?
Cotton, corn, peas, butter beans, pears, pecans, okra. We had cow. Well, we didn't have cows, but farm that we worked on and lived. Mr. Jackson, he had cows, hogs, horses, some goats. We raised chickens, personally. We raised chickens and a couple of hogs ourselves. We had one cow by the name of Susie. But it was fun.
It is a lot of work, though.
It is, from sun up to sundown. That gives that meaning a whole new definition when you actually are doing it.
You guys have been on the road quite a bit. Of course, you'll be here in Iowa soon as well.
I just got in from Texas last night and going on the road again Wednesday. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have no complaints.
No, that's good. And I was talking to you before we actually recorded, and you had done a long-term residency at different casinos in Las Vegas, and we were talking, and it's crazy that we actually lived near each other, and you probably drove by my house every day.
Exactly, yeah, because I lived in Carnegie Hills in Henderson, Nevada. Although I worked in the city of Las Vegas, we had a 10-year contract at the Congo showroom there in Las Vegas at the Sahara Hotel and Casino.
With you, my life has been so wonderful.
And after the 10 years were up, we went to Planet Hollywood at the Steve Warwick Theater for 2 years, and from there to the Rio at the Crown Theater for 2 years, and from there to the Riviera for almost 2 years in the Riviera.
You are the star, and you want to be free.
I think it would be kind of exciting to get to see the country and to perform to different groups of people, because people probably react differently depending on where you are.
The most uncomfortable part to me about the road is sometimes delays in flying. That can put a damper on your travel. As long as the flights are on time, go, boom, take you there, you go do your show, you go to the hotel, you do your sound check, you do your show, go back to the hotel, and then you go on to the next show. As long as there's no long period delays in the air travel, it's good. I mean, because like you say, you get to see beautiful parts of this country. Believe it or not, I've seen some parts of Georgia that I didn't even know was here when I lived here before I left in 1989 and went to New York City.
And your traveling
Mhm.
partners, you're also with the Platters and the Drifters. I'm assuming that you guys all get along pretty well and have this
Oh
camaraderie.
yeah, yeah. We get along like family. Every time we see each other, we greet and hug and shake hands and stuff, and we cheer each other on, do our shows, part ways for the next venture.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Is there anything else you'd like our listeners to know?
Well, I just want them to know that they will see three nostalgic groups that have had some of the most fun, loving, and exciting songs out since the very early 50s that are still playing on radio today. And we're going to perform those songs for them, for all of you. And we are not going to be satisfied until you all say you had a good time.
She'll get you in touch. You can look, but you better not touch. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night while you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. She's pretty as a daisy, but look, I man, she's crazy. She'll really do you in.